So all the Oloris have requested for a meeting with the Oni. They have requested at least to have a proper conversation with him, because what has been happening over time is the fact that we keep hearing this happened, and they have not had the leverage or the chance to discuss things with him. And remember when Toby was desperately seeking that she gets that room to discuss things with the Oni, because she felt or she feels that she has a better chance if she gets to talk to the Oni. She might be able to convince him in one way or the other that this is it, or this is it, or don't be too fast in throwing me out. But she wasn't given that chance, because we all know that Toby feels she has an urge over him. So no matter what happens, she will be able to get whatsoever it is she wants. And she was not granted that opportunity. So the moment Ooni told all of these women to pack their things and leave the palace, most of them left. It was people like that, Peju, Elizabeth, Ashley, that were still remaining in the palace, and Temitope. Yes, they were the ones that were remaining in the palace. So after that whole saga they caused at the royal event, the Ooni came back and said, all of you leave, nobody. That was when Elizabeth even came up with a concern that, how can I be pregnant and then you're asking me leave? Where do you expect me to go to? And I'm pregnant for you. And they only said, yes, he's already tired of how much pregnancy his wives have had in recent times, and then none of it belongs to him. He's already tired. So she should just go. If she has a means to prove that the child is his, then she should go ahead and do it. Yeah, so Miriam came out to say that no, they don't do things like that. The only cannot treat Elizabeth like that. Elizabeth, who even rejected IVF because of him, and all of those things. But yet it still doesn't make any difference. When Ooni believed that Ronke was pregnant, what happened afterward? It became a faked pregnancy. Ooni believed that Toby gave him two adorable kids, but what is now? It is now a big tug of war and a fight that nobody can even understand the end it will bring, because what Ooni chose to believe Toby at his own risk. So right now, the Ooni should believe at his own risk again has become something very difficult for him, and surely we will not blame him for not believing. So these women are proposed for a meeting. And we are all wondering what will be discussed in that meeting, because they went ahead to say that everybody that is concerned, anybody that decides the existing of Ile-Ife, can be present at the meeting. They don't care. Yes, the person can be present. All they want is to discuss and have everything sorted out. And the Ooni is on an opinion that after this discussion, she will now go sign divorce papers. But these women are hoping that after the discussion, there should be a reconciliation somewhere that would allow them return back into their Olori quarters in the palace. Will it happen? That we can't tell until this meeting holds. Because right now, would they only even accept this meeting based on what these women are hoping that becomes the end of the meeting? Because right now, they are all hoping that after this meeting, there should be a room to which they are all allowed to return back into the palace. And we all know these women. These women are this kind of persons that no matter how things get, they behave like nothing happened, so we got up, we move on. That's the kind of persons they are. They don't care how bad situations have become. They feel is that everybody should just overlook whatsoever it is that has happened, and they should just move on like that. And things are not done that way. Yes, things are not done that way, and things cannot be done that way. Things need to be trashed out. That is why the Ooni's brother even had to tell Toby that, see, stop behaving like nothing happened yesterday. A lot happened yesterday, and they ought to discuss it. They ought to look into it. They ought to trash it out. So stop behaving like, okay, nothing happened yesterday, so what's going to happen today? No, things doesn't work like that. A lot happened yesterday, and as it stands today, we are going to discuss those things that happened yesterday. But these men will wake up today and then will feel like, well, it should not even be discussed. Nobody should have any form of concern on things of yesterday. It should just gone like that. Yes, Otilo, everything should just go. But it is not done that way. You are dealing with people, human beings that have emotions, human beings that have feelings, blood stuck through their veins, and then you are telling them that whatever happens yesterday, let's just behave like it never happened. There are memories. The brain is functional. It is stuck somewhere, and no matter how you think they have told you that, okay, fine, let it go, it will not go. It will be there. So why are these women jumping jumping that phase of them discussing their wrongs, discussing all the atrocities they have committed, discussing all the things that they have done that deserve punishment. They are jumping into this era of them trying to settle things to return back into the palace. We don't understand how these women do their things. Why are they jumping that phase into an era that we were not even expecting them to bring? But all of a sudden, they are bringing it. And you see, as this whole matter is, these women are behaving like nothing has happened. And that is what we keep saying. Their behavior, like, nothing happened. It is so unspeakable. So right now, no, we hope that the Ooni replies them, because Ooni's response will determine if that meeting will hold or not. Because according to what they are saying, they want to reconcile. So if someone is telling you that I want us to have a meeting so that I can reconcile, the person is technically telling you that after that meeting, I expect you to forgive me no matter what happens. So all that these women have done over time, they expect the Ooni to just sit in a day and then say that, okay, I've forgiven you people. Yes, it is right to forgive, and it is of course good for a king of Ooni's status to forgive people and not hold them at heart. But then what does it justify? Nothing. These women will still come back and do the same thing again, because from what they are saying, it's more like they have attained that, they have come to that point to which they don't even know what themselves want to do again. All they want to do is what? Return back to their husband's house and sit down. And then this sitting down, would they just come back and sit down? Toby used to be a very, very understanding and an educated human being. Until she lost the license to her education, Toby became what we don't know. Toby became what nobody can even talk of or boast of. Toby became a fighter, a warrior that does not stop. Toby became the planner, the one who comes technically and nobody knows when she arrives. That is who Toby became. Since when the Toby becomes this personality that nobody can even boast of? It is something that nobody now understands.